Hello everyone, welcome back again to Whispers in the Shadows with Tina. Today I have a heartfelt message from someone who is navigating the complex waters of a long-distance relationship. It's a story that many of us can relate to. The excitement of love, the challenges of distance, and the confusion that can arise when communication falters. Our listener bravely shared their journey, filled with moments of joy, doubt, and discovery. As I read their story, I invite you to reflect on your own experiences and consider the lessons we can learn from their situation. So without further ado, let's dive into their story. Hello, Tina. When we first started dating, life was simple. We lived close to each other and there was no need to go through the challenges of long distance love. I could see him whenever I missed him and he would come to visit me whenever he felt the urge. Even during the times we were apart, I felt his presence surrounding me, a comforting reminder that we belong to one another. Back then, I never went to bed wondering what he was up to or if he still cared about me. However, all that changed when we had to face the reality of living apart. We both reassured each other, saying that many couples successfully manage long-distance relationships, so we could too. In the beginning, things seemed manageable. We maintained regular communication, often exchanging sweet messages filled with longing. He would text, "I miss you," and I would respond, "I wish you were here." Aww. Our conversations were filled with laughter and shared stories, and I genuinely believed we could make it through this challenge. As time went on, however, the frequency of our conversations dwindled. I noticed that while I was trying to reach out more, his efforts were becoming increasingly scarce. My texts poured into his phone while I found my own phone growing silent. I began to feel a sense of exhaustion and frustration. It was during one of these moments that I decided to send him a message expressing my feelings. This doesn't feel like a relationship to me anymore, so I have decided to move on. And to my surprise, this message seemed to have awakened something in him. Suddenly, he began calling me more often, responding to my text promptly, and professing his love with renewed fervor. It gave me hope, and I thought perhaps he was finally realizing how much I meant to him. I told myself that patience was key and that I needed to give him more time to adjust. Just when I started to feel secure in our relationship again, his communication faltered once more. I voiced my concerns, but nothing seemed to change. Each time I hinted at leaving, he would step up his game, but the cycle continued and I began to feel like I was in a never-ending loop. Now, a year into our relationship, we had agreed that I would visit him. I bought my ticket with excitement, but he cancelled on me at the last minute. Despite his cancellation, I still had plans in his town and decided to go anyway. 2 days after my arrival, I called him to let him know that I was nearby. To my shock, when I arrived, I found him with another woman. When I confronted him about her presence, he claimed that she was just someone who was forcing herself on him and insisted that he didn't give her any real attention. However, I couldn't shake the feeling of unease, especially since this woman had come up in our conversations before and he spoke to her daily. When I pressed for more clarification, he shifted his narrative, stating that I was just a friend to him. I was taken aback. Had I been living in a delusion all this time, believing we were in a romantic relationship while he saw me merely as a friend. It left me utterly confused. Friends don't typically tell each other I love you and all that. I can't help but wonder if I misinterpreted our relationship dynamics. Now I'm left with more questions than answers. What does it mean to be in a relationship where your partner views you as a friend while you see them as your significant other? I genuinely need your insight on how to navigate this situation. Should I confront him about what this means for us, or is it time for me to consider moving on? Thank you for joining me as we explore this story today. It tells us how love can sometimes lead us to unexpected places. I encourage you to share your thoughts and advice in the comments below. What would you suggest they do? How can they navigate this complicated relationship? Let's come together to support one another and offer insight from our own experiences. Until next time, take care and remember, sometimes the shadow holds the whispers of our deepest truth.